I'm a lucky girl. Everything always works out for me, and good things happen to me unexpectedly every single day. I have been seeing this all over Instagram, YouTube Shorts, TikTok. It is called Lucky Girl Syndrome and it is going viral. Everyone is talking about it, and I thought I would give my take on Lucky Girl Syndrome and share it with you guys. The Lucky Girl Syndrome is nothing new, and most of the videos I've watched about it links it to manifestation and law of attraction, but I wanted to give a fresh take on it and hopefully help you also become a lucky girl too. So I'm really enjoying this topic because it is so similar to practicing gratitude. And the way it actually works is genius. So the science behind lucky girl syndrome is the reticular activating system, and that is how your brain takes in external information from your surroundings. So if you didn't know, there is a lot of stimuli coming in from our environment, something like 11 million pieces of information coming in, and your brain cannot handle all of that information. But your brain acts as a filter, and when you prime your brain of what you're looking for in a day, that's what it filters out, and that is the experience you have. So when you have the affirmation of the lucky girl syndrome, which is everything works out for me, good things happen to me every single day unexpectedly, your brain then uses that as a filter, similar to when you are searching for things on the internet and you use Google or whatever search engine you use. It is going to bring you back results that you put in the search box. And that is how your brain works. So if you practice this affirmation or say this affirmation, your brain is going to focus in on that, and good things will happen to you every single day unexpectedly. When I started practicing gratitude, that is the same concept. It is when you switch from a negative mindset or even a realistic, if you're a realist, that's where I came from. It was like, it is what it is, going to an optimistic mindset. A whole lot of opportunity and things that you did not notice before comes into your life, and good things start happening, and that is what you focus on. And when they have you heard the saying, what you focus on expands? This is where it comes from. So if you focus on having a good day, guess what? You're going to have a good day. So some examples of this from my own life is when I had my minivan. So I have 3 kids, in case you guys didn't know. And when they were little, I got this minivan, and I absolutely love this minivan. And I was not, I think my husband wanted to sell the minivan a few years ago, but I was not ready to sell it. And I was telling him like, well, I want at least this X amount of money for it. And he was like kind of laughing at me, and he was saying like, the car has depreciated so much that you will never get that amount of money, and we should trade it in before it loses all value. Well, I did not want to do it, and I felt like it was not the right time to sell that car. So I said, no, I'm gonna, I like this car and I want to hang on to it. And then I kept thinking about it. I'm like, the car is getting old and it's about time to get a new car, but I held on to it for a few more years. And guess what? Last year in 2022, at the very beginning of the year, I was like, okay, it's time. And actually at the end of 2021, I was thinking like, okay, it's time to sell the car. And guess what was happening at that time? There was a major car shortage. And I was like, well, it's time to sell the car. And I was preparing myself to be like, well, I'm gonna have to wait a year for a new car. And I was like, okay, it's still the pandemic. I'm not really going anywhere. And I was ready to let that car go. And my husband had gone out looking for a car for me, like kind of a luxury upgraded car. And I went with him, and they had no models on the showroom floor. So I couldn't really get a feeling for the car. So I kept on hesitating on buying a new car, and my husband would just put a deposit down, and we waited, and it just did not feel right. But in the meantime, we did sell my old car, and we got a lot more money for it just because there was no cars on the market and people were still wanting to buy cars. So I almost got the same amount that we bought it for brand new for that car. So we had that ready to go, and I was prepared to wait a whole year for a new car because I knew, I was thinking it'll just work out. I don't really need a car. I can use my husband's car if I really needed to. And literally 2 months later, we went to a dealership and I saw the car that I wanted on the showroom floor. And I kid you not, I looked at it. I was like, that's my car. And I went, sat in it, and I still had a little bit of doubt. So I went home and I could not stop thinking about that car. And so I told my husband, that's the car I want. Let's go get it before someone else buys it. We went back the next day, got the car, and even got a discount on it when nobody was giving discounts. And it was all because I thought, you know what, it will work out. Now's the time to sell my old car and get a new car. And because I wasn't so anxious about waiting for a new car, and I was like, it'll work out, this is what we're looking for. And it just appeared, and I was so lucky that nobody else was waiting for that car. It was just supposed to be a model on the showroom floor. It was a special edition, so it was loaded. It had all of the luxury, like options that I wanted. And it was like done. And we got a discount on it. So it worked out so well. That's like one of the major things. And I can tell you from practicing gratitude and having this mindset of lucky girl, things will work out for me. Opportunities come up. This is when my YouTube channel grew the most. And if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe, because I'm just so fired up about having a great life, a good mindset, an abundance mindset, abundant life. And I really want to get the message out there. And I feel like for me, the minute I switched to thinking positively, saying I'm lucky, everything works out for me, practicing gratitude, that there was a shift. There was an energetic shift. There was a mindset shift. And literally I see things that I haven't seen before. And that is the power of having your brain filters things that come in from the environment. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it valuable. And if you practice this lucky girl syndrome, leave me a comment down below and tell me your lucky girl story. I appreciate you spending your time with me. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.